Hey, Vaughn, what does this moment mean for you to be back in the Super Bowl?
I mean, it's surreal. I was just talking to the guys, and they got all of the old Super Bowls on, and I was watching the Patriots play the Eagles in 2005. I was in the 10th grade. I was in the 10th grade in 2005, and I just remember, saying to myself, man, I hope I get to play in one of these games. I ordered a pizza, and I had ordered a 2-liter soda, and I drank the whole soda, and I ate the whole pizza. And I was like, man, this is what it's like, man. You gotta watch the Super Bowl. You get to sit at home, and this all the spectacle and the commercials and stuff that come on, man. You just pray for moments like these. And this is my third one that I'm going to. I played in one before, and I just remember how special it was to win it. And to go to another Super Bowl with these guys, man, it's extremely special. It's extremely unique. It's just one of those things that you just try to take advantage of the moment. It all comes so fast, it all leaves so fast, and you just want to leave it all out there every single day in preparation. You want to leave it all out there in the field, leave it all out in the film room to really give yourself the best chance at success come next Sunday.
Thank you.
Nick.
Hey, Vaughn, congratulations again on making it to this point. You've been in this league for quite some time. You've always been vocal about certain causes and certain things. And how instrumental should players be as far as with everything that's going on, as far as having more opportunities for Black and minority coaches and coordinators, especially in light of the Brian Flores lawsuit that's going on currently? How much is it a responsibility of the players to speak out on this issue?
It's a huge responsibility on the players. You got 31 owners, 32 owners, but people come to see the players, and the players in this league are the majority, Black and African American. So it's huge for the players to speak out. It's unfortunate about the news that you hear and all the things that have come out in the last few days. We're still trying to progress. It's not perfect. We're still trying to progress and do the right thing. For me, I always wanted to be I always wanted to do things in football after my career is over with, and that just gives me an extra incentive to to become a GM and becoming in front office. So I can change things for the better. And I always had respect for coaches and stuff, but being a head coach and coaching these guys, man, it's tough, man. It's extremely tough. I got all the respect in the world for all these coaches, and I've been around some great GMs with John Elway and George Payton, and I just think it's been on my heart and my mind to kind of chase that dream whenever I'm done. And I'm still a long way from being done, but I think that's the route that I want to push things is, become a GM and really change it from the inside out.
Thanks, Vaughn. Appreciate your answer.
Jordan.
Hey, Vaughn, I know that you've gotten to know Aaron Donald even better than you knew him before, especially over the last couple of weeks. And we see what he can do as a player, but how have you gotten to know him as a person? What are some things you can tell us about sort of his ethos and his personality?
The Aaron Donald that you see on the football field, that's the Aaron Donald that's in the locker room. And that's the Aaron Donald 24/7. He's intense, 24/7. He laughs and jokes and, he does all the things that normal people does. But, he just has this energy about him that it's never off. He's extremely driven. You could just feel his energy. His will to win is probably the greatest that I've ever been around. I've been around some really talented guys, Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware, but the energy that he has to win is incredible, man. And we all just feed off that. And you get to play with guys like that. You want to play for them. You want to lay your neck on the line for guys like that. He's done everything that you could possibly do as a football player, but win the Super Bowl. And when you build a resume like that and you got a team the way we do, you want to go out there and play for the guy. You want to go out there and lay it all out on the line for the guy, man. You could tell he's poured, his whole entire life into football. Football is his life. He works in that manner. And like I said before, when you come across guys like that, man, you just want to lay it all out there for guys like that.
Thank you, Vaughn.
Maria.
Vaughn, what's the best piece of advice you can give your teammates going into Super Bowl week next week?
Really to just take advantage of this opportunity. I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that pressure is privilege. Pressure is a privilege. To feel pressure, it's natural, to feel anxiety and to be nervous and, all the things that come with playing a Super Bowl is it's natural. The thing about it, you want to embrace it. You don't want to shy away from, the moment. You don't want to blink. You don't want to flinch. The other team, they're nervous too. They're feeling anxiety. We're all feeling anxiety. The announcers, everybody that's involved with an event like this is feeling some type of pressure to be perfect. And the one thing that you can do is just don't flinch, don't blink, lay it all out there on the line. All the things that we've done this season have brought us to this point, and there's no reason to stop what we've been doing. All the great things that we've been doing, we just got to keep it up, take advantage of the opportunity. And I'm here to tell you, opportunities like this don't present themselves all the time. And that's the message that I've been giving to my teammates. All the little speeches that DeMarcus Ware and Peyton Manning gave me in 2015, and all the stuff that Aqib Talib and Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas and all the speeches that we had in the locker room and all the things that we talk about, I pay it forward to these guys. I find myself, saying the same thing that, Aqib told me, and the same thing that, Peyton talked to me about, and Coach Phillips, and I'm just paying it forward to these guys. I feel like all the little talks and all the little speeches that we had, and it's not even a big speech. You don't have to be in front of the team. It's just, you could just pull a guy to a side and, just tell them like, hey, we one game away from football heaven, and just little things like that go a long way. And, just plant the seed that with all of my guys and all of my teammates, the same seeds that was planted in me in 2015. And, hopefully all that stuff will come to fruition next Sunday.
Thank you, Vaughn.
Gerard.
Hey, Vaughn. I'm kind of piggybacking on what was just asked you, but I want to know if you've had any particular conversations with Aaron, we're 10 days out, about his experience, where that defense 4 years ago played really, really well against the Patriots. The offense wasn't too good that day. Rams ended up losing. And then, last year he was hurt. This Rams team lost to Green Bay in Lambeau, and he was very emotional after that game. And you've been on the winning side of this thing. So I'm just kind of curious if you guys have had a conversation about what this means to him to get back there again.
Now that I think about it, that's really all we talk about. That's really all we talk about. Everything that I talk to him about is about winning the Super Bowl. How could I, help him be a better Aaron Donald? How can he make me a better Von Miller? Our whole friendship is about, winning this Super Bowl, and about how can we run better games, what games will work, about having success, the things that you do at home to try to help you be better at work. Everything that we talk about is about winning. And like I said before, I wanted for him bad, and I told him about 2 weeks ago. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. We were flying home from somewhere, and I was telling him like, bro, like, you got everything. You got everything that you could possibly have, and I think it was a reason why I came. I think God, set this up. I think it was God sent that I came here, and I want to help him win a Super Bowl. And selfishly, I want to be the guy that helped Aaron Donald get a Super Bowl. When he walks across the stage and Ken, and he says, man, when Von Miller came to the team and things changed, and that's what I do it for. That's it. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you go across the stage, you talk about our time together. That's what I get out of it. That'll mean everything to me. And for him, we get to win a Super Bowl. He got the complete list as a football player, and I think it's a win-win for everybody. And football is 24/7. For him, football is 24/7 for me. That's all we talk about is winning the Super Bowl, being better football players. How can we motivate the people around us to be better players as well? Because there's no way we can do it by ourselves. The things that we say to other people, how that affects them and how that makes them better players as well. And our whole relationship is about winning the Super Bowl, being better pass rushers, being better men on and off the football field.
Thank you. Thank you, Vaughn.
Modesty.
Hi, Vaughn. You've been part of the enormous change in this roster in just the 3 years since the Rams played in the Super Bowl last time. I think it's only 5 among the 22 starters will be starting on Feb 13. Cooper Kupp, who was hurt last time. Does that seem like to go through? And is it the holdover guys like AD who kind of define this team, or is it the change? How does the balance get struck?
Yeah, I just feel like each and every Super Bowl is his own baby. After the game when we played, they asked me a similar question, and the first Super Bowl is like your first kid, and the second Super Bowl is like having your second kid. You love them both, but they're two totally different kids. They're different, and the things that go into the both, and the things that stick with both of your children is different. And this team is different whether we had 40 guys on it or just 5. It's different. And I know the similarities that we had to win a Super Bowl in 2015. We got a lot of similarities in this team. It's not even about players. It's not even about scheme or defenses. It's just the energy. It's just the things that we talk about. It's the way we bond. It's the side conversations on the bus. It's all the little things that add up that makes me feel like we have the same team that I had in 2015, and it's a good thing. And I just want to keep watering the tree, and I hope it grows into success for us.
Thank you.
Gary.
Hey, Vaughn. I'm just curious, Sony Michel also played on a Super Bowl champion team with the Patriots. Just curious if you guys have ever talked about those kinds of shared experiences that you guys have.
Yeah, so Sony, he told me that he won the Super Bowl so early that it kind of spoiled him. It kind of spoiled him. He said he felt like it was gonna be like that each and every year, and that's a similar experience that I had too. We went to the playoffs the first 5 years in Denver. Really the best team that we probably had was my second year in the league, and we lost to the Ravens. We lost to the Ravens in the divisional round, and I feel like that was the best team that we had. It was Peyton Manning's first year. That 2013 year, we lost. We were trying to get back to the Super Bowl. We ended up getting back to the Super Bowl, and we lost to the Seahawks. And we had a lot of guys that were hurt in that game, but we lost to the Seahawks. It was an embarrassing blowout in New York. We came back. We're trying to make it to the Super Bowl 2 years straight, and we lose to the Colts in the divisional round again. They fire everybody in Denver. They bring in Coach Kubiak, and we end up going to the Super Bowl in 2015 and winning it. So my first 5 years, I just felt like, it's going to be like this every year. Every single year we're going to have a good team. Every single year we're going to kill the Chiefs, and we're going to make it to the playoffs, and we're going to be one of the best teams in football. And then, the 5 years after that, the Chiefs get Patrick Mahomes, and it makes it so tough to even win games in the AFC West. And we don't go to the playoffs for 5 years straight. And, the team that we had in 2015, it was only me and B-Mac on that team. Nobody had experience. Nobody had felt that before. Honestly, the things that we talked about and the things that mattered in 2015, they kind of fell upon deaf ears. And it's nobody's fault because, people just didn't get it. They weren't a part of, the team that we had. And so the things that you talk about there, it really doesn't, strike with the guys that you had on your team. And then you come here to a team that's ready to win, a couple of players away from, being, a Super Bowl team. And all of a sudden, everything that you talk about, it just hits with everybody. Everything that you do, it hits with everybody. The past experience that you had in 2015, everybody wants to hear about that. Everybody wants to hear about, what Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware, what did y'all do to win? What do you have to do to have success? What do you have to do to win a Super Bowl? And, like I said, man, these opportunities don't come often. They don't come often. I'm here to tell you that. And that's just been my message to everybody, man. We have to take advantage of this opportunity, because another opportunity like it is just not reality. It's just not the odds of that happening each and every year that's just not it. Even though it feels like it, man, we get all these great players here, all these great coaches. It's just the league is just so competitive and things happen each and every year, man. That when you get here, it really is special. It really is God sent. And as football players, we kind of get caught up in the everyday, come to work, watch film, lift weights, come to work, and it's kind of hard to just take a step back sometimes and look up to, where you really are in life. And we are here, man, and that's been my message to everybody, and that's what me and Sony talk about. Being here and taking advantage of this opportunity.
Thank you.
Rashawn.
Hey, Vaughn. Congratulations.
Thank
The strip sack and winning Super Bowl MVP back in Super Bowl 50. What did that do? That play in particular, though, what did that do for your career? And how impactful is that moment going forward now as something that you can discuss in terms of being at your best in the biggest moments?
Man, that not only that play, but that whole Super Bowl experience, the whole week going to the Super Bowl for media day, things that you wear, the things that you talk about, the game itself, the plays that you make in the game, that really changed my life. I had wrote I did a post on Instagram about the Lombardi Trophy, and it was I kind of worded it like it was my girlfriend, and like I missed her, and like how me being with her at that particular time changed my life. Everybody calls you champ. Everywhere you go, people know you. I thought that I thought people knew me before, like being a number 2 pick in the league, but after you win a Super Bowl, it's just life changing. Going back to Texas A&M, and going back to DeSoto, the whole city, they know you. The university that you went to, or the college that you went to, they show you so much love. It changes your life, man. It really changes your life. It's like being it's really like being in a relationship with like a superstar. You have this special opportunity, and everybody knows you because of the Super Bowl. And it's an amazing feeling, man. It's an amazing opportunity. All the plays that you make, people remember them for, all of football eternity, man. People still talk about it. You're kind of etched in history from the small things that you do in the game, and you have so much power to do all type of things for other people. And whenever you get that much power, I kind of like fall back on like that Spider-Man quote that Uncle Ben gave him. He said, "With great power comes great responsibility," and you have all this great power, you have all this great responsibility, man, and it's a blessing, and it's really nothing like winning a Super Bowl, and it's hard to explain to everybody else. I just tell them, man, it's one game away from football heaven. It definitely is life changing.
Claudia.
Thank
Hey, Bon, when you guys face Arizona, obviously Kyler Murray is a very mobile quarterback, and now you will face Joe Burrow, who is a escape artist. How you guys prepare for him, and what are the challenges that he presents?
Man, he has he can do just about everything, just like Kyler. He's not as fast, he's not as shifty as Kyler, but he gets the job done. You watch film, he escapes out of sacks. It really just takes everybody. It takes all 4 guys. One guy just can't take him down. I don't like making comparisons, to anybody else. Joe Burrow is his own guy. He's a special player. He's similar to other players. He's similar to Josh Allen when it comes to escape, and Kyler Murray and all these guys. He's both of those guys combined. He can throw the ball as good as anybody in the league. He is a special player. And if you look at the teams that they beat getting here, the Tennessee Titans and the Chiefs and the Raiders, all of those teams are extremely talented teams. And he went on the road and he beat all of those guys, man. And it's well, not the Raiders, but the Tennessee Titans and the Chiefs. He went on the road and beat those guys, and to go to the Kingdom and beat the Chiefs there, man. I already know how tough it is to play there, and he went there and won a playoff game to go to the Super Bowl, man. He's a special player. He can escape out of anything, throw any pass on the football field. I think the best quality that he has is the ability to influence his teammates, to get them to play to a level that they wouldn't normally play at. Some of these players are on the team, they were there before he got there, and when he gets there, they become superstars. So I admire that with Joe Burrow. He's a hell of a player, man, and we're definitely gonna have our hands full come next Sunday.
Thank you.
Michael.
Vaughn, talking about your past Super Bowl experiences, was there anything leading up to the Super Bowl, whether it's the ticket requests, the media that you have to do, that kind of took you by surprise or you weren't expecting the first couple times around that you've learned from this year that you can apply this time around?
No, not really. I mean, I guess my mom, like when it comes to tickets and outside noise, my mom is probably the best bodyguard that you could possibly get. Right when we won the game, she had a post to the Ticketmaster. She put the post to Ticketmaster and she said, before you build up any carriage to ask for tickets, this is how much they cost on Ticketmaster. So she had put it on Instagram for like all of my family to see. And, you know, mom, she's special. And she already had kind of put the stop sign up on all of that stuff. And she did that the first time too. So I'm just blessed to have like a mom and a dad that I have. They're like two bodyguards. And, you know, this is my 11th year in the league, and, you know, it's not too much that they haven't seen. So when it comes to like ticket requests and like, you know, media, you know, I tell the media guys here, this is the easiest. Jeff knows, like, this is the easiest thing that I could probably do is talk to the media and, you know, really spend time with you guys. This is the easy part of it. And all the requirements of being on TV and all that stuff, you know, that's fun for me. You know, that's fun to go up there and tell jokes and, you know, being on the lights. That's what come with it. I enjoy, you know, that part of it. You know, football is the main thing, and that's where I really put all my energy into. And, you know, I just choose not to let, you know, I just choose not to let any of that stuff bother me, no matter what it is, whether it could be late nights or early mornings, whatever comes with the Super Bowl. You know, my mind is solely on winning the game. My mind is solely on, you know, playing the best possible game that I could possibly play for my teammates. Going to football heaven, you know, that's where my mind is. And, you know, I really don't put too much energy, and I really don't perceive other things that could probably be, you know, looked at as, you know, distractions. I just choose not to let it affect me.
Well, we appreciate you too and your candor. Thanks, man.
Hey, Vaughn, when you talked about the comparisons, that you don't compare each player, when you look at Cincinnati and they were underdogs in those last two games and they rallied from behind in those last two games, as you look at that film, what really jumps out at you overall?
I think Joe Burrow, for one. Joe Burrow, he is the driving engine, but it's not just Joe Burrow, man. It's you know, these skill players they have on offense, and this defense is a great defense too. There's no way you can make it this far. There's no way you can make it to a championship game without championship defense, and they have all three. The coaching staff is great. You can tell by watching film and the techniques that they use all over the field. It could be offensive line, tight ends. It could be, you know, special team guys that they're very well coached, and just all across the board. They got a championship staff, championship organization. I think what really stands out to me is, you know, everybody's making a play. It's not just one guy. Of course, you know, Joe Burrow's making the majority. You know, Jamar Chase, they're making the majority of the plays. But it's everybody. It might be a D tackle here. It might be a cornerback here. It might be a linebacker here. It might be, you know, Hubbard, you know, coming through with a rush. It might be, you know, Trey Hendrickson. You know, it might be. It's somebody else on each and every play. Their whole team is really stepping up to the challenge. And, you know, like I said before, Joe Burrow is making the majority of the plays, but everybody has their hand on this team that they've been able to build.
Awesome.
Stu.
Vaughn, Aaron mentioned last week that one of the things that you challenged him on was being more vocal and speaking up. I'm wondering what prompted you to try to get that out of him more, and then what was it like to then see that on display as much as it was last Sunday?
Oh, it's great, man. It's you know, Aaron, he's a special guy, man, and you know, we just had like a little side conversation. It was nothing to, you know, really take credit for or anything like that. We were just talking. You know, after a win, you flying back on the plane and you just talking about stuff. I mean, we just sitting there talking about it, and you know, I just knew from my past experiences in Denver, especially later in my career, I knew that I had to be more vocal. I knew that just leading by example and being just a laid back Vaughn and going out there and making plays, it just was not going to cut it. I had to really talk to guys, and football is such a rah-rah sport that a good speech or, a good ripping into like some players, it goes a long way. I don't know why football is like that. Basketball, it's not like that. Tennis and soccer, they never give speeches and do all that stuff. But football is just one of those sports, man. If you can motivate your guys to play to a level that they wouldn't normally play at, man, that's what makes special teams. And you need that. Every single championship team has had that. In 2015, we had DeMarcus. And sometimes DeMarcus just be talking about nothing. But, it's just things that he just talked. And just by him talking and being vocal, it worked and it motivated us. The speeches that he gave and the things that he would say, he would stop the team meeting and he would just say like little stuff, like, hey guys, we need to be focused. Everybody already knows that we need to be focused. Just hearing DeMarcus just stop the meeting and just say, hey, like everybody lock in, everybody be focused. It just went a long way having one of your best players speak up and really just refocus you. And when I came here, I just, you see the way Aaron Donald works, man. You see all the things that he does, man. He's the first one here, last one to leave. He has a family, football. He has family, football. He balances all of these things, man. He does so much for the Rams. And, I was just like, bro, like if you start speaking, like, bro, like these guys, they're going to play for you. They waiting to play for you, man. They waiting to put their neck on the line, man. And it's dope to, really just say like little stuff and people, take that, to the mountaintop, man. And, Aaron Donald, he's a great player, man. And, I loved him before I even got here. I've been appreciative to, pass rush, and I know about all the D tackles and all the ends in the league, all the great rushers in the league from Jacksonville all the way to Seattle, man. I know all the great pass rushers in this league, man. And I knew about Aaron Donald. I loved this game before, man. But coming here and seeing it up close and personal, man, you just want to lay your neck on the line for the guy, man, and do whatever it takes for him to win. And, I know if I'm feeling like this and I only been here for 8 weeks, all the guys that have been playing with him his whole career, they feel the same way, man. And we, it's not only him, you got Andrew Whitworth, Eric Weddle, you got all these guys, Jalen Ramsey, man. And we got a team full of guys that are just hungry for a win. And, to see Aaron Donald, talk and really just share some of his emotions, man, it was great.
Thank you.
Zero.
Hey, Vaughn, thanks for doing this. Can I ask you a little bit about Sean? And you're not that much younger than Sean, and you've been coached by a lot of different guys over the years. What sets him apart? And is it surprising? I don't know. How interesting is the dynamic of him being so young? He's almost seems like it's kind of one of you guys, right?
Yeah, he's 35. I'm 32. He got hired. He was 30, and I was 27.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely different. But when it comes to coaching, when it comes to, experience, when it comes to, right things to say to a team, getting a team going, you can't even, tell. He seems like he's about 50 or 60. When it comes time to talk about football, when it comes time to, motivate the guys, age is just out. It doesn't matter, how old you are. These guys here are experienced. These guys have been around football a long time. These guys know what it takes to win. And, you really can't really feel the age difference. When you're talking and you're just talking about regular stuff and you're like, oh yeah, we close. Because when I was with Coach Fangio, some of the things that we talk about, it's just Coach Fangio is just, it's just different, a little bit older. It's just certain things that you just can't talk about. But when it came to football, Coach Fangio was one of the most experienced, coaches that I ever been around. The same with Coach Kubiak, the same with Coach Fox, the same with Coach Joseph. All of these guys are experienced. All these guys know football. All these guys know how to do it. All these guys know what it takes to win. And I feel the same way with Coach McVay. He's just 3 years younger than me, man. And you just relate, a little bit more with guys that you're a little bit closer with in age. But that really means nothing whenever you come when it's time to lead guys. You could be 25 years old and lead 40-year-old men on this football team. Coach McVay, he just has that energy. He has that leadership spark. About him. He gets the best out of his players. He's definitely gotten the best out of me. Especially when you feel like a coach loves you, man, and when you feel like he appreciates you, you just want to play a little bit harder. Even though you go out here every single day and you want to do your best for yourself and your family, but when you got a guy like Coach McVay, you can tell that he loves you and he really appreciates, his team, and you just want to do it a little bit more, man. And Coach McVay, he's an excellent coach, man, and it's an honor and a privilege, to be here with all of these guys.
Thanks, Vaughn, and thank you, Artist.
Alanis.
Hi, Vaughn. What's it like preparing for this game in LA at home, and what, if any, are the advantages to that?
Oh, it's different. It's different. That's crazy that you asked me that because my good friend Brandon McManus asked me this question yesterday. He asked me, he's like, bro, how's it different playing at home? And I was telling him, like, well, there is no team hotel. You know, we're not leaving on, Sunday to go to another city. We're staying here at home. We practice in our facility. We don't go to the team hotel to the Saturday before the game. We're gonna try to keep everything as normal as possible. And it's just a different experience. When we went to San Francisco, we left the Sunday before the Super Bowl. We were there for a whole week. You didn't have curfew the first 2 nights. You can go out with family, go to dinner and stuff, see the city. But this is the city that we've been here. This is where we are. So it's just normal. We're coming into the facility every day. We're having normal meetings. We're practicing it on our field. We got our same recovery tubs. We got our same training room. It's not in a hotel somewhere. So it's definitely different. It's definitely gonna be new for me. It's a totally different experience for me. But I'm enjoying it, and I'm appreciative to whatever experience that it is. I'm sure we'll probably drive down and do the things that teams normally do for the Super Bowl, like the media experience. I don't even know if the media day will be the same as it was before, with COVID and all the other protocols that you have. So things are just gonna be new. It's 2021, and whatever presents itself, I'll be prepared for.
Hey, well,
Hey, Vaughn, a couple times you've talked about your off-season work and said you did it that way because you didn't want Super Bowl 50 to be your peak. So I'm curious, on a personal level, what's it feel like to get another crack at it?
Man, it feels great. I remember in Denver, I always talk about the Super Bowl 50 and the plays that we made. And I remember telling you guys that I don't want Super Bowl 50 to be the highlight of my career. But to be honest, it just might be. It just might be. To be honest, it just might be. We won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, DeMarcus. I'm hoping that this Super Bowl will be just as high. I'm hoping that my performance will be the same. I'm hoping that these 2 Super Bowls will be the highlight of my career. I'm hoping that I can point to these 2 Super Bowls and talk to my son about it whenever he's older. And I've been to 3 Super Bowls and won 1, and this will be my 3rd Super Bowl, and I just want to lay it all out there, man. And like I said, I don't want Super Bowl 50 to be the highlight of my career. I'm hoping that Super Bowl 56 will be the highlight of my career. I'm hoping that all the plays that I make, and I'm hoping that the Vaughn that I am on Sunday will be, the best Vaughn that I'll put forward my whole entire career. And this is the biggest game of my life, and I want to go out there and I want to play in that way. I got so many people reaching out to me, so many people, supporting me from to everybody that's been involved in my football life and in my regular life, man. And I just want to go out there and play in a way that'll make everybody proud. I pray that my desires for myself align with God's desires for me. And that's pretty much all I can do is just go out there, leave it out on the line. I remember last time I played in Super Bowl 50, I wasn't nervous. It was the one game in life that I just wasn't nervous for. And I'm hoping for the same type of emotional reaction, to this Super Bowl as well.
Thanks for all the time the last 11 years, my man.
Hey, I appreciate you, Jeff. You never know, man. I still got a lot of football left, man.
All right, now you know where to find me. That's for sure.
Hey, I appreciate you, Jeff.
Thank you.
all right, we'll wrap it up with Caleb.
What's good, Vaughn? Thanks for the time, man. What's your relationship been like with Raheem Morris, and what makes him, such a capable potential head coach candidate for other teams?
Oh man, Raheem is such a great coach, man. He gets it. He relates to all his players, man. And I knew about Raheem Morris before I got here. I knew about Raheem through Aqib Talib. And whenever we was in the locker room, I never knew I was going to have a chance to play with Raheem. I thought that, I was going to be in Denver forever. I thought that, my team there this is who I'm going to be with for the rest of my football life. And, you hear all these great stories from Aqib and the way that, Raheem handled Aqib. And if you know Aqib, he's how do I say it? If you know Aqib, he is a very colorful individual. And, the way that he talked about Raheem and the way that he got along with Raheem, I knew when I came here that Raheem was gonna be great for me. I knew the way that Aqib talked about him, and Aqib, he is so truthful. He's not just going, talk great about guys if he doesn't really like them. And he said Raheem Morris was the best coach that he ever had. He related to him so well. And when I got here from day one, like right when I got off the plane, like, and I walked in here, like I talked to Raheem, and he said a little joke about me, and I just like, okay, I get it now. I see why Aqib loved him. And just out here, man, he's such a great coach. He relates to everybody on the football field. He's gonna tell it to you like raw, straight, and he tells it to you in a way that you appreciate. It's not a way that you feel like you don't feel upset about it. It's he really translates his the things that he gets across. He uses humor, and he uses realness, and he uses just this raw sense of humor about it that everybody can appreciate. I think any great football player appreciate the truth, and he keeps it 110%. He uses humor. He uses humor to really get his point across, man. Nothing is really too serious for him. Even when we was losing, he was the same, Raheem. And even when we winning, he's the same guy. You can always appreciate that, from your coach, man. He'll be an excellent, head coach. He's been a head coach before. He'd be an excellent head coach again, man. He has all the qualities that it would take. He definitely, gets my vote for being a head coach in this league. He has everything that it takes to build a championship team for sure.
Appreciate it, man.